Hi, I'm Randolph Miller, and welcome to Bounce Around Charleston. What a show we have for you today. We have Sherrika Myers, and she's the lady that can tell you everything about stuttering and how she overcame the problem with stuttering. And then Terry Bates will be here to talk about the Boys to Men Conference. All of that for you right here on Bounce Around Charleston. Well, good morning, Sherika Myers, and welcome back to Bounce Around Charleston.
Good morning. Thank you for having me, Randolph.
Okay, I know you as a young lady who handles the stuttering problem. You and Lil Herbie, y'all got a job to do.
Yes, and we're doing it. We're doing it.
And October 22nd is National Stuttering. Am I correct?
Yeah, it's National Stuttering Awareness Day. Correct.
And so what do you have coming up right now? What are you doing with all that you do?
Well, let me see, Randolph. Well, actually, we're actually doing a lot right now. We just launched the second book from the Lil Herbie series book collection, which is called Herbie Goes to School. And so we are actually doing book drives and low to moderate income communities, different states, whereas though that people sponsor the books and we give it away to kids in those communities.
And the book helps kids how?
It's actually my Lil Herbie series book collection is geared towards social emotional learning, which helps build kids' self-esteem, social awareness, how to interact with other kids. And basically it helps the students become better inside the classroom and outside of the classroom as well.
Because you found out that bullying is a serious problem, right?
It is a huge problem. It is a huge problem, especially among kids, because the simple fact, whereas though some kids, I wouldn't say, some kids are less fortunate, and then you have some kids that are fortunate, and those kids tend to bully other kids. But we are here to let kids know that everybody is special, and even kids who stutter. I always tell them, even though it may take us longer to say something, and even though that we may not sound like other people, but our voice matters as well. So it's just about building self-esteem and those who bully and the ones that's being bullied.
And your group is called what? Our Voice Matters?
Everyone
Every
voice
voice,
matters.
yes. And you started this group for what reason?
Because I myself grew up stuttering. So I know what it feels like to have something to say and just unable to say it. I know what it feels like to feel like your voice just doesn't matter, because I went through some of those same challenges growing up myself.
And so right now, your major focus is to do what?
Is to spread awareness about self-esteem, having self-confidence, and also bullying. Because everyone voice matters. So that's our main goal right now.
So you're saying to us that bullying is something that kids go through every day?
I would think so. I think they do. I mean, statistics says that nearly 45% of kids get bullied on a daily basis.
So you and Lil Herbie's job is to do what?
To go out there and advocate against bullying. We are out there spreading awareness. We are out there letting these kids know that everybody is special. That's our job. And we have been doing a great job at it.
And how did you overcome your situation?
Reading. Reading aloud at school. It was just one incident, Randolph, where I had in school where though I had to say the announcements, and I didn't want to say it because I knew that I stuttered, but I had to do it. And when I got over the loudspeaker, they had this long list. The only thing I could say was "Good morning, my name is Sherika," and that was the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me. And from that day on, my teacher used to always tell me to read, but of course I always hate to read out loud. But from that day on, I went home, I started reading out loud, and I've been doing that over the years until I was able to speak at a normal pace.
And so now you're trying to teach other young people that you can overcome that problem.
Correct. And reading is fundamental. And reading is a tool that we all need to succeed in life.
Okay. And what can the community do to help you in this situation?
We want to be able to sponsor book drives in different areas so that we can provide it to kids in those areas. So we are asking people if they wanted your church, the community, your school, or any area, whereas though that they want to sponsor book drives, and we'll be able to hand it out to the kids in those communities or areas.
So you're going to bring the books there to help the kids and to let them know that, hey, it's okay. You do matter.
Correct. We're gonna bring the books. We're gonna bring Lil Herbie, and we also have had other community leaders speak. Like at my first event, we had Eric Watson, Kenyon Dunn. We had Chairman Teddy Pryor at the second event. So we want to also bring in community leaders to actually encourage the kids as well.
And because this would be very helpful to let the kids know that everybody is concerned about them. Am I correct?
Yes, and especially with what's going on with COVID and kids going through so many different challenges. I want them to know that, that we are here, that the community is actually here for all kids.
Tell me something. What is one of the best things parents and leaders can do to help the children deal with this COVID situation?
Talk to the kids. Talk to the kids. And in the morning, prior to them going to school, have a conversation with your child. And if kids don't like to talk, encourage your kids to journal, to write things down. And when they come home, talk to them again. Ask them about their day. And also try to avoid saying certain things in front of the kids that actually scares them, and frightens them about COVID. So just try to keep those conversations away from the kids because they are already having issues right now dealing with it. So try not to frighten them even more.
So what I'm hearing you say to me right now is that as adults, we must be careful about our conversations around children.
Very true. Very, very true. That's exactly what I'm saying because certain parents and I understand because this is different for everybody. It's different for everybody. But as a parent, we have to be able to control ourselves in front of the kids. So I just always tell them, certain things they're talking about, just keep it away from them. But of course, you have kids that's curious. You can talk to them, but when you're irate about something or upset about something that's going on the news, just try to avoid about getting that way in front of the kids.
Okay, so what events do you have coming up real soon?
Well, we have the book drive. We have our next book drive that's actually coming up next month, but it's going to be in Georgia. It's going to be in Georgia. We're trying to get more book drives around in this area in South Carolina. And also, we are also trying to get the Lil Herbie series books inside the schools because it's dealing with social emotional learning. And again, social emotional learning are tools that kids need inside the classroom and also outside of the classroom as well.
So if a person listening wanted to get in contact with you to come to a workshop or a book drive, what do they need to do?
They can actually visit our website at everyonevoicematters.org, and they can also email me at everyonevoicematters@gmail.
And you're willing to come out and speak to the young people and Lil Herbie will be with you, huh?
He's always with me doing his dance. I mean, I love speaking with kids. I love doing that, because some of those things I said, I wish I had some of these things that we're doing right now. I wish I had that when I was growing up. And we're also working on a Lil Herbie series learning app as well that will be coming out at the beginning of the year.
Well, Sherrika Myers, we appreciate you coming on Bounce Around Charleston. And one of these days you got to bring Lil Herbie on.
Yes.
So we can see him perform and do his thing.
Yes, the Lil Herbie shuffle. He loves to do that.
Thank you, Sherika, and you have a wonderful day. And we wish you the best on your book series.
All right, thank you. Thank you for having me, Randall.
Okay, you heard it right here on Bounce Around Charleston. Sherika Myers and the Lil Herbie series. She desires to help young children know that you are special and your life does matter. Thank you, Sherika. Okay, coming up next, Terry Bass talking about the Boys to Men Conference. Stay tuned right here after this break.